in the name of MJD Wellness and Community Center, we would like to thank every single one of you that take the time to make it possible tonight. So I have the pleasure to have Miss Martia next to me. It's Miss Martia represents for MJD the head of the clinic, the free clinic, especially the HIV program, where we provide free medical services to the community, especially the underserved community that cannot afford the whatever medical services that they need. And also she was able, and her staff was able to help us educate us more so to be prepared when we have a patient, we know how to serve it. Martia West, she is the chief, center administrator of the program that sponsored the event tonight. Martia has the floor.
Thank you so much. I'm not sure if this is on. However, the program is Southeast AATC is the sponsor of this event on World AIDS Day. We're grateful for all those who have dedicated their lives to curing, the treatment, and prevention of HIV. That is what World AIDS Day is about. So I'm very grateful that you're here. This is a HRSA-funded grant, and therefore, if you have registered, you will have to give us your evaluation. I'd be very grateful. And for that evaluation, we will give you CEs, CMEs, CEUs, or your certificate. So if you have any questions for me, or if you'd like to go onto the national site for AATC, most of your questions can be answered there. We have been in collaboration with MJD for over 5 years, and we're so proud to have her as a partner. She has definitely grown from, I think, a dream of feeding the community to the whole person, right? So let's give her a round of applause. We are so grateful to have her in partnership. So thank you.
Thank you, Martia. Thank you to you. So now we're gonna leave the floor to Mr. Junior Bolo. He is the host of the night.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to be the host tonight, and I have been working with MJD for a long time already, and it's always a privilege and honor to host their event. And before I start tonight, I have the privilege to introduce on the scene the Major, Dr. Alex Desilme, that I'm asking you to applaud gladly, please.
Where's Manu? Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of our entire city, Manu, come here. This is my little sister. Come on over here. The work that she has done in our community, mayors to maybe this one is yours, Paul. I need to turn mine on. Okay. The work that she has done, and okay, right here. I think this is good. The work that she has done in this community, not only in working with HIV and AIDS and all these different type of health things, but anything relating to wellness. This is the mother, I would say, of North Miami. I want to say publicly thank you for what you do, the work that you do, but I want to take a minute and say the importance of making sure we educating our community, not only about HIV and AIDS, but in our specific community, especially in the community, the disparity that goes on, there's a lot of education that needs to go. So not only you filling that void, but you have provided so many folks that I know personally throughout the entire city and throughout the entire county, resources and information, providing free health network. You know you have a partner here with your brother being the mayor, but the entire city council is behind the work that you do. But I think as we talked about the work that we do, especially in this day and age, and especially now with HIV and AIDS, although in other countries it's, you know, it's big of a problem, but specifically in our community, the education needs to be there, and of course talking about prevention and what we do, and because our country back home, we have a lot of people losing lives because they are not educated, the misconception about the disease and what's happening, and as they don't know if it's a manageable disease or what's happening in the free health care that they could get. So again, thank you, the importance of this day, what you do. As we know, December 1st is World AIDS Day worldwide, but thank you, Manu, for doing what you do in North Miami every day. Thank you.
I want to say something to Mayor Jounen is not for me, he's my mayor, it's my big brother. Him and the former mayor, Bien-Aimé, was the first person that opened the door for me in North Miami to be able to shine, because you can have the knowledge, but if you don't have someone that carry you on their shoulder the way that he did for me, I will never be able to be that person that I am today. Thank you so much, my mayor. Thank you so much, brother.
And you didn't say she's my neighbor.
Yes, I live in this district too.
Thank you. It was an honor to have Mayor Dr. Alex Jounen on stage. And now we will start with the night right away. And it's my honor to present on stage Mr. Raul Hernandez. He works as a housing inspector specialist at Empower U INC. Where is Mr. Raul? Thank you, sir. You can pass back here. Okay, and the second personality that I'm gonna be introducing tonight is Mrs. Sherlyn Joseph. She's a beacon of resilience and hope, living with HIV for an inspiring 32 years. And the last person that I'm going to be introducing to you is Mr. Lomo McMullen, a 36-year-old Bahamian American. He's the Empowerment Coordinator at Empower U Community Health Center. I want to hear you one more time, please. Thank you. All right, so I have a series of 10 questions that I'm going to be asking all of them tonight, and they will be responding one after the other. And if there is anything to add, they will take time. They will have enough time to do that, okay? All right, so my first question for each of you tonight, I'm gonna go with Mr. Raul because he has the mic. So, thank you. Mr. Raul, I want to have some details about who you are, and second, how did your story begin? I want to have some details about who you are and how did your story begin.
Okay, so hello everyone again. My name is Raul, and a little bit about myself. I'm a history person. I love history. I'm a history buff. I'm Cuban and Bahamian. I like to story. Starting off in how one day when I was in college, I had a very severe cold that I couldn't get rid of. By then, I didn't have anything. I didn't have my doctors transferred up there to my college where I was at, so I had to come back down here and get tested to see what was going on. So my pediatrician at the time told me, "Have you ever got an HIV test?" And I told her, no, I've never did one before. So she said, well, let's do one. So I said, all right, no problem. Trying to figure out what's going on with me. Did it, and I went back to school. I had to go back up to college. And a few weeks after that, I got the call, and she asked me, could I come into the doctor's office? And I said, well, I can't because I'm in college, like 8 hours away. Could you tell me what the information is? And she said, I can't do that over the phone. It's going to violate HIPAA. But I kept pressing the fact that I could not come down there and I needed to know this information because it's pertinent to me. So once she kind of broke the rules and kind of told me, you tested positive for HIV, then everything stopped. It was just a new road started. I immediately got into a shell. And I didn't know how to get out of it, so I reached out to friends and family, and they were there to support me. And with their support and guidance and, doing my own research in regards to the new diagnosis and what I was going to live with, I got better over a couple of years to the point that now where I'm at now, I, talk about it, I'm comfortable, I promote prevention. That was one key thing that I did start working with Empower You. I got hired as a PrEP navigator, then eventually became a PrEP coordinator, talked about PrEP, pushed PrEP, promoted PrEP, told everyone about my story in regards to, being diagnosed back in 2010. And now it's 2023? And still thriving, still living, still looking well, still healthy. Every CD4 count is up to 1,000. Like, I'm always doing good with my testing and everything, and I'm always preventing myself from, doing anything that I don't need to do. So right now, at this point now, I work in housing. I'm a housing specialist and inspector that works with with the community that have individuals that have AIDS or HIV. So I'm a person that know what they go through every day in and out, as well as understanding my job and what is needed of my job and letting them know that it's important to get tested, it's important to not get tested, it's important to know your results and do your labs and go and get your medication if you need it, or continue to stay in health and keep staying in health to stay healthy and live and thrive. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Erlin? The question was some details about who you are and how your story began.
Okay. Well, my name is Charlene. I am 48, 5 kids, 3 grandbabies. Okay. When I found out I was pregnant with my second child. I was pregnant with my second child. And I was like, nah, this can't be right. I think I got my test mixed up. So I told them to do the test again. And when they did the test again, as I was walking out of the doctor's office, well, back then, it was 1994 when I found out. They didn't tell me I was HIV positive. They told me, you got AIDS, you're gonna die.
Wow.
So when they told me that, I was like, I ain't got nothing else to live for. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm walking out the doctor's office, I see a bus coming. I jumped in front of the bus. The bus was this close to hitting me.
Wow.
Nothing happened. I didn't know how to tell my family. Growing up in a Haitian household, it was hard for me to tell my family. Because I thought they were going to disown me. They ain't want to be nowhere around me. They ain't going to want to eat from me, or basically they won't give me my own utensils and stuff, because it happened one time. Because there was a rumor going around the school saying that I had AIDS, and my family, being ignorant as they are, got me my own plastic spoon, plastic cup, plastic plate, so I wouldn't use none of their utensils. And I didn't have it then. I didn't have it yet. But when I finally did find out about it, and I did tell them. It was like I sat down and I was explaining everything to them. When I explained everything to them, their whole personality changed. So now they just like, make sure you eat good, make sure you eat healthy. We have tea for you, we're gonna make sure you drink your tea and all this. It was just like, they was like hovering me. And by me finding a community which is Empower You for me to get involved in, I didn't know how to go around telling people I was positive. It took me a while to tell my family. So, okay, that's my family. They ain't gonna say nothing. And when I try to talk to I have one sister. Don't tell nobody. Keep it a secret. This is a family secret. You're not supposed to tell anybody. Come on now. How are you gonna help someone if you don't tell them? So, when I got involved with Empower You, they started a new program which was called Willow. It's women involved in life learning from other women, positive women. So I was a facilitator with that group. Someone was freely giving me information. So I felt like that was my duty as a woman living with HIV to tell other women that life doesn't end here. That because you're positive doesn't mean that's the end. You can still live a healthy life. And don't let anybody put you down, because it's all about you. So.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Let's use the one mic.
Give me that.
Did you turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. So, same question for you. Tell us more about you and how your story began.
So the journey. So good evening and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lamar McMullen, and happy holidays to everyone. Given that I am a person who is a Bahamian American, I've always been involved in things, right? This is my best friend of 31 years, and we've been doing everything together. Like until he went to college, right? and what I can say then, not my life changed, but life itself changed, right? Like I remember being involved into the lifestyle because I'm also a recovering addict with 10 years clean, and I am a person living with HIV and thriving for 11 years, thank you. But I remember the journey getting here, and I remember being a part of this swingers group. Now this is just my story. I hope you guys don't judge me afterward, right? But I love you guys in spite of. But I remember being a part of this swingers group, and my partner at the time told me I had symptoms of HPV, which is human papillomavirus. And in order for me to get an immediate test done, I had to list a couple of things, like maybe 3 to 5 STDs at the moment. Now mind you, we was in the #1 vacation spot, I guess you could say, in Orlando, right? So the moment when we got back down here in Miami, we went directly to the Florida Department of Health, and everything that he named of the STDs, in order for me to get an immediate services, I had. So that means that I had 3 different STDs, including HIV. Now, there's something that's called a panel, right? They do a panel of blood. They take maybe about a good 11 or 13 vials of blood. It's called a pearl. And as I'm looking, it's like, this is a lot of blood. Like, I can't do with all this. But then again, as I sat still and I began to listen to what the doctor was saying and what may have come out to be, at the ending of the test, he came back with my results and everything that my partner at the time put down in order for me to get an immediate test I had. So in my mind, it was like, how did I get to this point, right? How did I have 3 different STDs and also HIV all in the same time? But the lifestyle that I was living, being an addict at the moment, right? So that's usually what comes with the lifestyle. And I remember when he gave me the test, he began to walk out, and as soon as he walked out, I walked to the ledge because I was getting ready to commit suicide. Just like Charlene, you know, Charlene walked in front of a bus, Raul was actually at a pause, he was stuck, and I was getting ready to jump off the ledge. But I heard a still small voice, and this is a part of my testimony today. I heard a still small voice say, if you trust and believe in me, I got you. didn't know exactly what it was, what I felt in that moment. But if you've ever watched the movie, this is how I illustrate it. If you ever watched the movie and it feels like there is a presence that's touching you, and when you turn around or when you're facing that presence, it's just a whiff of wind, that's how I felt in that moment. And you talk about a powerful change that my life was getting ready to embark on. And I didn't really know exactly what was going to happen, right? But in that moment, I called the partner and told him my results, and his words was, "It's okay, we're gonna do this together." But his words could not give me the empowerment or the courage that I need. So I was literally faced with still committing suicide, even with him on the other line. And by the time I got downstairs and I called my mother, and her exact words was exactly what he says, that I got this, we can do it together. And it gave me some sense of ease and calmness in my spirit. And my mother doesn't have a problem with me telling this as well. You know, she is also a person living with HIV for 26 years, and she is also a recovering addict with 25 years clean. And I remember telling myself that I would never be like my mother. But everything that my mother did, I did the exact same thing.
Wow.
And just being the person who I am now, the person of reason, I am the face of so many things, because I'm today a person of change. I'm a person that allows other people to have a choice, right? Because I wasn't given a choice. I didn't know what was going on in my addiction. I was just getting high. But on this side of the fence, I'm able to tell you exactly who I am as a person, what I have as a person, and also let you know that I'm still thriving with it and I still look good. Yeah. So, for me, to God be the glory.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Those are very interesting testimonials. I see a lot of motivation, pride here, and I'm also myself motivated. Okay, now the question that I have, talking about motivation, what motivates you to stay resilient and continue fighting against HIV for more than 20 years?
What makes me fight for this?
Yep.
Because I know there's a tomorrow.
Ooh.
Because I know there's a tomorrow.
Yes.
Can nothing stand in your way as long as you have that motivation to say, I can do this.
Love it.
Can nobody stop me?
Ooh.
So,
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me get to this third question. I believe everyone will answer this question. Why is World HIV Day important to most and also to you?
To me, HIV Awareness Day is important to me because it gives us a bigger platform to speak out and address needs, to help, different organizations meet whatever goals they may need, to, like I say, share the light on these different issues that we're facing each and every day, 364 days out of the year. So just one day holds so much significance to us as a group, as a force, as individuals with voices. The importance, like I said, to me is just being a voice for someone who is lost, misguided, and I'm there to, let them know that it's okay. I'm there to help out.
They want to hear something like that. They do want to hear something
Exactly.
like that. Yeah.
for me, it's because now I have the knowledge, so why keep it to myself? I would just want to spread the word.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know when I first found out, my husband passed away, and I didn't know as much as I know now. When my husband passed away, it's like I was like, nobody else ain't gonna love me. I'm positive. Ain't nobody want to be with somebody that's positive. I ain't got nothing left. So, like I said, this is a way for me to say, there is a tomorrow. Nothing can stop you.
Wow. Thank you.
So for me, there is a tomorrow and there is life after diagnosis, so live it. World AIDS Day have been around for almost 35, 36 years now, and every day on this day, we stop and pay homage to those individuals that we have lost, right? We usually have a program entitled Say Their Names, because sometimes those names are often forgotten, right? But we don't forget those individuals that paved the way, right? That have laid a legacy for us to actually pay attention to. So it's very important for the community to stand up as one, right? Because we can't end the HIV epidemic separately. We have to stand up as one. That's what coalitions look like. That's what these type of forums are created for, so the community can have a seat at the table to have voices to be heard, right? Because when we have seats at the table, most of us say, well, I'm just here. No, you can't just be here when you're having a seat at the table. You need to have a choice. You need to have a voice. And today, as individuals who are thriving with HIV, us three do have voices today, and we matter. Just like everybody else that have lost their lives over the past 35 years, they matter still. So we say their names in resilience and remembrance that they still matter.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. The key word that I've learned from you today is you have a voice for those who are maybe thinking that they have no life for tomorrow, that are being discouraged or ignored in their community. So I think it's very important to voice for them. But I have a question. Now, looking back on your experience, what would you say has been your greatest accomplishment or personal triumph since being diagnosed of HIV?
So the greatest accomplishment, my greatest accomplishment is that I'm still alive, that I'm also a recovering addict with a decade clean. Not only that, but to be the voice of so many different faces. 5 years ago, I was a part of this docu-film called Out Where the Sky, produced by Thrive SS, located in Atlanta, Georgia. And there were 5 African-American gay men that came from the high 5 prevalent areas in the South. So Miami representing number 1. You had Atlanta, Baton Rouge, Jackson, Mississippi, and New Orleans. And what we did, we talked about breaking the barriers and the stigma and what it may look like and what we've been through in order to get to this point. I'm the face of a lot of different campaigns in the county of Dade. I stand as a face for those that don't have a face.
Wow.
Because HIV doesn't have a face.
Yes, sir.
HIV does not discriminate. So for those individuals that don't understand, let me allow you to understand. Speak to me and I'll give you the information. Speak to me, come to me, and I'll be your voice.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. What has been your greatest accomplishment from the day that started until today? Since I know one of your biggest missions is you are telling the other ones that there is tomorrow.
Yeah, my greatest accomplishment is I'm still here.
Wow.
I'm still breathing, living, walking, healthy. I might have what's the word I'm looking for? A medical condition, like diabetes, high blood pressure. That's how I see it.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I see HIV right now.
Oh, yeah.
All I got to do is take my medication every day and I'm going to be okay.
Good.
And me still being able to see my grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 grandsons and I'm proud of it.
Congratulations.
Very proud of it, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
For me, my greatest accomplishment so far was when my best friend invited me to do a campaign in regards to, it's called I'm a Work of Art. And it was with the office up there in Rockland, Maryland, and they basically represent individuals or different topics that that they feel that needs to be represented in regards to care, HIV, like all of that awareness. So I had the opportunity to go to an exposition. What was it called? The thing that I went to in DC.
United States Conference on HIV.
USCHA. And when I went there, it was, I mean, just being an exposition, I can't say it right now, but being someone that was showing on the exposition there, my face was on the campaign, I was on the banner. We talked about, you know, like if you were out of care, get back into care. Here's the reasons why you should get into care. It was promoting like just positivity. It don't matter, it's just feedback.
Yeah.
Just feedback. I can talk loud, it doesn't matter. So, like I said, like, turn it off.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
so in regards to what I was saying, my accomplishment, being there at the exposition was amazing because I spoke with a lot of individuals. I networked with a lot of individuals in regards to the awareness, in regards to new rollouts in regards to like housing, new testing devices. Like it was just amazing, like just the fellowship and everything, and then just being a part of the campaign with the other individuals that I met that were all, you know, most of them from South Florida. Most of them were, you know, of course all of them was all positive, but it was trans women, it was, you know, men as well, MSM. So it was all walks of life, and with that, we did an interview, we did an open panel discussion, just like how we're doing right now, and we really just talked about our whole experience, like how our stories can affect others to either, you know, return back to care or want to live for something. So I think that was, you know, that was one of my greatest achievements, you know, just being a part of the campaign.
Thank you.
Work of art.
Thank you. Thank you. Considering that I believe we all belong to the Black community, if I'm not mistaken. Now, taking this into consideration, what are like the disparities, the challenges that you guys are facing daily?
I don't want nobody to take offense to this, but my people, which is the Haitian community, a lot of them feels like they don't want to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard trying to get them into care, but once you do talk to them, and they usually bring me in because I'm positive and I'm from the Haitian community, and I try to speak with them as best as I could, because my Creole is not that good. They call me a fake Haitian, so. But I try to talk to them and try to meet everybody where they're at. And as long as we tell them that there is hope, or we give them examples of there is hope, some of them will come. Some of them will come. It takes time. It's like pulling teeth. But after a while, as long as you don't give up, it will come.
So for the LGBTQIA community, we have a lot of disparities, and those barriers will stop us every time, right? And one of them is lack of transportation, access to care, insurance, medical insurance. We're talking about everything under the sun to get us to where we need to be in order for us to take our lives onto the next level. It's the lack of education, because we can educate them all day, every day, 365 days a year, but for some unknown reason, we are not retaining the information. So that means that I need, for me, right, because change starts with me, I need to step back and reassess the entire community or what I'm doing and figure out what's working and what's not working. Because being in this field for just 6 years, I've learned that what we've been doing has not been working. So that looks like one individual at a time. And having those conversations inside of the homes, right? We are no longer able to go inside of the schools to have these talks, but we can have them elsewhere. I provide a safe space for us, by us, right? And it's called Empowerment Project, where I host this space for us to have those safe conversations around HIV, STDs, STDs. We're talking about sex work, we're talking about lack of care, transportation, anything that you can have on the outside that you can't have with that individual without being stigmatized, I have it inside of that space. I've also just brought into the topic of conversation of HIV criminalization. Now, if I were to ask everyone in this room, have you ever heard of the term HIV criminalization? Please raise your hand. 2 people out of the whole audience. This is why I do the work the way that I do the work. And this is why I sit on a lot of boards the way that I sit on a lot of boards, because everybody in the community needs to get this information. So my space is not only for the LGBTQIA community, it's for anybody that wants the knowledge and the education of what it may look like for prevention.
Well, in regards to the question, all right, in regards to the question, roadblocks. We have a lot of roadblocks that we face in regards to changing of rules, policies, regulations, new procedures all the time that's going out, that's rolling out that we never know about until we get into that situation. So again, staying up to date at least as much as you can to let your patients know don't give up, because you see those roadblocks. There's always another way. Like they say, it's 9 ways to skin a cat. It's always another day. It's always a minor setback to a major comeback. So that's my motto. So
Thank you. All right. Now we just talked about the disparities, the challenges, but I believe as well that there is some positivity in your journey. In what ways or the other that you have actually found support from the community, and who actually have supported you?
So I think the first support, like I mentioned, was my mother. And then the third person, first was that partner, second was my mother, and the third person was my best friend. And just what he just told you guys, that a minor setback for a major comeback that set my life up the way that it's supposed to be today. Because I don't hold what I have to say in the inside. My voice was taken for many years in an abusive relationship, during my addiction. Like, I just didn't have time to speak up. So given today that I am free, I can speak freely. I can tell you exactly what it is. I can invite you into the space. And if you choose to be in the space, then that's perfectly fine. Welcome. And if not, keep on coming back. Eventually you will. You know, so I pride myself on my support network. I have Empower You, which is the company that I work for, of course, and everybody else that I touch or see. That's why networking is so important for me, because if I can't get it, somebody else can. I try to tell my staff all the time, please make sure you get to these events and network, because you never know, somebody in that network just may save your life. Like, and we may not even be talking about physical life, but we're just talking about spiritual, or if you're drowning, we're here to help you. Support is the best thing that we can get in this community, and sometimes we don't get that from our community. Just like Charlene said about the Haitian community, like, there are individuals that don't know what's going on right here in our backyard.
Oh, my support is my Mama Bear. Mama Bear is my older sister. She didn't know nothing about the HIV community or anything until after I told her. And then she was out of a job, she was out of work, and I was like, sis, do you mind working in a non-for-profit agency? She said, I'm working for no money? I was like, no, that's not what it means. A non-for-profit does not mean that you're not getting paid. It's just a place where they don't do things for money, they write grants, and they work off of donations. And she was like, oh, okay, I don't mind. So ever since I got her into the field, she has not stopped. My sister has not stopped. So when I call her my mama bear, she's my mama bear. And another lady, I'm not gonna say her name. She's my other, yeah, you could say that, because she's the one that got me to where I am today. Because she's another woman living with HIV. And she was beating it into my head. You could do better. It doesn't end right here. So ever since she did that, it's like, that gave me the motivation to inspire other women. I've met a lot of young women that became positive, crying, saying it's the end of their life, and I'm the one that I stay there and I talk to them.
On the phone.
What is that?
Yo, something making noise. Okay.
Oh. So I'm the one that try to push the young women, or okay. So I try to push the women and try to inspire them to do better. There's some women that be in abusive relationships, they say that the only reason that they're in the abusive relationship is because that's the only person that's going to accept them. I'm the kind of person that's telling them, no, it's not. No, it's not. Because that's not, if somebody's for you, they're going to love you regardless. No matter what. So.
Thank you.
Okay, so my support again is, well, it'll be my family for first, you know, and of course my best friend, because he got me comfortable to actually express myself more and talk about these topics and just put myself out there in the front. You know, I used to be the one in the background and, you know, just being more reserved and letting everyone do their thing. So now I'm more or less like, okay, I'll do it. I'm up to the challenge for anything. Yes.
Okay, now talking about support, I know most of you would get support from your family, which is maybe the number one support that you needed. And I understand at first when they put all the spoons, the forks away, I imagine that was very hurtful. But yep, I can imagine. But now there are many people maybe in this room right now and other people that you don't even know that they would like to know how they could support. How do you believe the community can support you and other ones infected by the HIV that maybe are struggling living their daily living?
That's always a hard question to answer for the community. But I can say, repeat the question one more time, just for clarity.
Should be involved and help and support the.
Okay, so the first way that you can actually get involved and support is to not judge us, right? The second way would be to attend these panel discussions that we have throughout the community, regardless if you know who the panelists are or if you know who the facilitators are, still come to these important discussions. Come up to us and ask us, hey, what's going on? Like just love on us like we were your children or those lost individuals that we may have lost. You don't have to be infected with HIV, but if you are affected by it, it hurts. And sometimes hurt people hurt people. So the way that you treat us, the way that you look at us, it determines how sometimes some of us feel, right? But thank God, I'm not speaking about nobody else, right? But thank God I have a tough skin. Because every time that I share my story, In a Narcotics Anonymous meeting, I'm gonna say this, and I say it all the time. If you don't like me as a person, if you don't like what I have to say, too bad. Because in this moment, I get to be free with self and truthful with y'all. Because as I'm sitting up here having this conversation to you guys, I get to be authentic with myself and everybody else. See, because I used to wear a lot of masks in my addiction and even as a child. But today I'm free. I don't have to wear anything to please anybody else. So the support will look like just loving me exactly how I am.
Like he was saying, don't judge. Just don't judge. And if you see someone or if you know someone that's positive, be there for them. Hug them. Tell them that you're going to be there for them. What do they need? How can you help them? And like he was saying, just join the panels. Find out information, anything that you see about HIV. If you want to help, ask them, how can I help? What can I do to help make this better? Or to spread the word and let people know this is not the end.
Wow.
Knowledge. Knowledge is very important. Know the knowledge, or try to know as much as you can to spread it, like everyone else has said. We can talk about this all day about spreading, educating, but the work, the footwork, the actual conversations need to be had. And that's going to actually catapult this to another level.
Thank you. Very inspiring words. Well, yeah, I love people with confidence and and I love that. That's gonna be my last question for the night. I don't know if there is anyone in the room that would want to have some questions that they would want to ask. That's gonna be my last. But yes. Make it up for Manu! Maybe you would have to come on stage, because,
Yes, good evening, everybody. So we have to say good evening to the people that watching on live, on Facebook, on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. My question, I'm very passionate about treating people. In our community, especially you, Haitian, and I'm very happy to have you, like we already go through all the, bad steps to get where you are today. So in my community, it's very hard for an Haitian man or woman to share that they are positive. And sometimes they are living with their partner and the partner not even know they are positive. So what can happen to the partner that doesn't know if their partner is positive?
Oh, Jesus. Yes, it is. Okay, first of all, your health is more important than anything in the world. As long as you go get your checkups every year like how you're supposed to, you're going to know what's going on with your body. First of all. Second, if something doesn't feel right, 9 times out of 10, it ain't right. Go see your doctor. Get your checkups like how you're supposed to. You're going to know what's going on. It's never too late. Never too late. And one thing I do want to tell someone, this is off topic. I want to tell people, when you get tested, don't blame your partner if you come up with something. Because this was a mutual decision. The person did not take it on their own. You did not tell them no. So let's just say your test come back positive. Can't blame the person, because at the end of the day, y'all made a decision together. So you gotta take accountability for what you participated in. Yes, it does. Now, ooh, this is a touching subject for me because it happened to one of my family members. The husband was always traveling. He was a Haitian dude. He was always traveling and doing all sorts of things. Came back and infected his wife. She passed away first. And then he passed away. So, like we've been saying up here, as we're sitting up here, it's very important to know about your knowledge. It's very important to share and tell people what's going on with you. If you feel like you don't know who to talk to, go on. You can Google it. Google it. It'll give you information. There's nothing that Google cannot solve. And there's always community health centers around. A whole lot of community health centers around. So there's not just one that you'll go to. If you want to go somewhere where nobody doesn't know you, Google it. Find someone to talk to. Express yourself. It's better to talk instead of keeping it inside. That's it.
Thank you. Any other question before we end the series? Okay, so each of you, what is the message on this day? To the ones tested positive and to the ones that are not.
Well, for the ones that are tested positive, just know, again, your life is not over. For the ones that do test negative, prevention is always key. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
So I was actually going to my phone because I just had a quick story. So I have a friend who just found out that he was positive. And the first thing that he said was, "Thank you for taking me to the hospital." Like, this was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And when he called him, just like, "Well, why you gotta call me?" And I'm asleep. Why you gotta call me at 4 o'clock in the morning to take it to the hospital? Is it that important? Call the ambulance. But luckily I was able to take him down to the hospital, and his results was he had now acquired HIV and also cancer. So the message is hope. There is life after diagnosis, so live it. Just because we have this quote unquote illness, right? That's why I said quote unquote. Quote unquote, because a lot of people say it's an illness, we're sick, or it's a disability. I still look good. I smell good today, amen. and the message is that even with your diagnosis, you can still live a healthy life and be free. You don't need to have your diagnosis engulf you into your worries. Because just like the God of my understanding told me 11 years ago, if you trust and believe in me, I got you. So understand that whomever your higher power is have you, and also understand that the community has you as well.
Thank you.
What's the message?
Okay, the message is hope. The message is stand strong. Oh. I just gotta say this. thank God for the people and the circle that I have around me, because I was heading in the road of self-destruction. I had a real bad attitude. When I found out I wanted it, anybody that looked at me wrong, I was ready to fight. And I did. Whether a man or a woman, I didn't care. My circle is with a lot of strong women. And none of them are positive. But they still build me up. And everybody has something to contribute in that circle. Me, I'm the one that's positive. And they always asking me questions. And I'm happy that I'm able to open up to them and tell them. 'Cause a long time ago, I wouldn't tell nobody I was positive. Who positive? What you talking about? No, I think somebody probably look like me that's around here that's saying they positive. Not me. Now I don't care who knows. I really do not care who knows. You positive? Yes, I am. You got a problem? Do you need some information? I can educate you. One time I was in a clinic. It wasn't Empower You. It was another clinic I was sitting in, and somebody was talking about, oh, when they be doing them HIV tests, they trying to infect you. I'm like, first of all, I know this is not my conversation, but I have to interject in this conversation right now. Let me educate you. So, when you hear people giving misinformation, it's our duty to correct and give them the correct information. And that's what I strive to do. Because I would not go and tell anybody that's something I don't know. If they ask me a question, I'll be like, hold up. Let me call somebody that might know. Because that's above my pay grade. Like as far as when I'm working on the HIV testing unit, they'll ask me questions. I'm like, I am not a provider. I would not give you no misinformation because I like giving people the correct information. Let me give you the number to the Empower You. Make an appointment, go talk to the doctor. That's what I do. Because I don't like giving people misinformation as far as I was given when I was growing up. Not only growing up, but when I was first diagnosed. Something I got AIDS, I'm finna die. I was never diagnosed with AIDS, and I'm still not diagnosed with AIDS. I have HIV. I'm HIV positive. As long as I take my medication, I will stay HIV positive and undetectable. And that's another thing. As long as you keep taking your medication and you become undetectable, there's no way for you to infect someone else. Make sure you take your medication daily. Talking to everybody out there that's positive. Stay taking your medication faithfully, and you will be all right.
Wow. It was an honor being the host of this panel where inspiration meets confidence, resilience, voice, and everything. I congratulate you for voicing up for those who cannot speak and for being the face of those who are hiding. I thank you for the whole community and for the work that you are getting done together. I'm proud of you. That is the end of the conversation for tonight. And for the moment, I can drop the mic and leave.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I guess there are some other activities that we will be doing right now. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. We got your back. We got your back. Don't leave yet.
Thank you so much, Junior. Our host, Bolo, is one of the Haitian superstar, and yes, is known worldwide. So today for us at MJD Wellness and Community Center, it is a pleasure to have you to testify on behalf of all HIV positive. So we want to let everybody that watching us know that if you are HIV positive, you still have a long life to live until you take your medication, you follow what your provider tells you to do. But
By the way, I've been positive for 32 years.
So, on behalf of MJD Wellness and Community Center, University of Miami, we want to welcome you and tell you how grateful that we are to have you with us tonight. And we're gonna give you a little detail to let you know that you are the MJD hero, and we're gonna continue working with you to share the awareness in our community. This is my turn, but I have with me Marjorie Lozama. Marjorie Lozama is one of the doctors at Empower You. She's a nurse practitioner, but we have a Martia. So we pick one. So we're gonna I have Raul Hernandez. Oh my God, I was a friend of him. Don't be jealous, right? So it's an award, an appreciation award that stay like that. With appreciation for your participation in our program, your story spoke volumes and will provide hope and promise to those that share your experience. Thank you so much. Shirley Joseph is the same word. We want to say thank you to you. Being a Haitian in 34 years, right? 32 years. I know that it was not easy. You've been through a lot, but you are very brave, and look at you. No one can say that you are sick. So this is an example for you. Yes, she's not sick. She doesn't have nothing. Yet she's still living. The same way you have high blood pressure, you have blood sugar. It's the same thing when you have HIV. You still live. You take your medication. Nothing gonna happen to you. Don't be ashamed. Share the words and then educate yourself. Look for treatment. Thank you so much for representing the Haitian community.
Thank you.
Lamar. So we have the representation of the Miami-Dade County. Miami-Dade County, we have Latino, Haitian, and American. So we have one Latino, one Haitian, and one American. Thank you so much, Lama. Me and Lama, we've been working together to make this possible. Lama, we really appreciate you. I think this is not our last time. It's the first, but we're going to continue working together.
Thank you.
All right. That was a very, very deep conversation. Very inspiring, guys. You're welcome. Yes, sir.
So really quickly, guys, I wanted to drop a bug in your ears to make you guys aware. So I am the National Community Advisory Board member for the University of Miami and also the MacWise Community Combined Cohort Study that falls underneath the Johns Hopkins Research Lab. So Miami-Dade is the first of its kind to have the University of Miami have a mobile research unit that was just released this morning that I also did a press release for World AIDS Day as well. So we are the first of its kind to have an actual research mobile unit for those individuals who are HIV positive and who are aging and thriving with HIV. So if you guys need more information on any of those studies or researches at the University of Miami, please see me. I am the go-to individual. Thank you. And happy holidays.
Thank you. Now, it is my great pleasure to present you a great woman in this community. And I will be more than happy to call on stage Dr. Cassandra Espera. Currently serves as a pharmacist at the AIDS Health Foundation, prescribing HIV prevention. She's passionate about talking the public health issue of racism in the communities facing disparities by empowering them with the tools needed to charge the narrative in healthcare. She is passionate about advocacy, and her interest piqued for HIV because she remembers watching the Haitian community protest the CDC's non-scientific claim that Haitians were a part of the notorious Four Club. Her self-proclaimed purpose is to add value to all those who she comes into contact with on a daily basis. Cassandra is a founding member of SPARK, which is Women's Empowerment Affinity Group of the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. She is also a member of the Haitian American Pharmacists Organization and serves as the public relations representative on the board. Fun fact, Cassandra Espera once told her high school chemistry teacher that she didn't need his class because she was going to law school. And now we have Dr. Cassandra. Please clap your hands.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm here representing the AIDS Education Training Center. And since today is World AIDS Day, I just want to enlighten you about what that means. So around, I believe, 1988, there were 2 employees from the World Health Organization who started this Remembrance Day, and every year they have a theme. So this year, the theme for World AIDS Day 2023 is Remember and Commit. Okay, so remember, it means remembering those millions of people who lost their lives. And for us, especially as a Haitian community, we have been stigmatized in terms of HIV, which is something that has affected us here in Miami significantly. So definitely the stigma, it still affects our community today, and it stems from the history when it comes to the 4 H's. So when it comes to commit, this year the theme also says that in order for us to end the HIV epidemic by 2030, we need to allow our communities to lead, right? So a lot of times there are people sitting in their offices coming up with solutions, but what they're saying is that it's us in our own community who have to find the solution to end the HIV epidemic, right? So that starts with education. So the goal that the US has is to end the HIV epidemic by the year 2030. And the goal is to end the HIV and decrease it by 90%. So how are we going to do that? Does anybody have any ideas? How can we end the HIV epidemic? PrEP, that's one way, PrEP. So PrEP is prevention, right? We have your Truvada that came out in 2012, and then you have Descovy that came out in 2019. And now, a few years ago, we actually have an injectable called Apretude. That's cutting edge, right? So that means every 2 months, all you have to do is worry about going to your doctor's office and getting your injection. Especially for communities that face stigma. How awesome is that? You don't have to hide your bottle. You just go to a doctor's office and you get an injection. And the same goes for treatment too. Let's talk about it. On our panel today, our amazing Haitian sister just explained it to us. Remember, treatment is prevention as well, okay? So once you find out that you are diagnosed with HIV, you go to the doctor's office, you get on medication, that is also prevention. Okay, so there's something called the status neutral model. What does that mean? That means whenever you get tested, regardless of the result of that test, there is a prevention method. Okay, so you go and you get tested, and the test is positive, you get on medication. Undetectable equals untransmittable. So that means that once you get on treatment, you get undetectable. That means you cannot transmit the virus to anybody else. Okay, so let's talk about the statistics. Black people in the United States only account for 13% of the population. Does anybody know what amount of the cases of HIV that we account for? Does anybody know? Can anybody guess? 60%? Any other guesses? 70? Okay, so we account for 42%. Okay, so we're only 13% of the population, but yet we account for 42.1% of all the HIV cases. Isn't that alarming? Yes. Does anybody have any idea as to why that's the case? Any ideas? Access to care, okay, that's one for sure. Lack of education. There was somebody on our panel that talked about the false education about when you go and get tested, that, you know, the test is already positive. Is that what they said? They said it's already positive and they contract HIV because the test already is positive, right? Something else that I've heard, because I work at the Broad Wellness where we do free HIV testing, is that they say that if you take prevention medication, it's gonna make it easier to contract. You're gonna contract each HIV quicker. Has anybody heard that one? Yeah, I heard that one, which is like in reality what it is if you take a medication and you're not adherent to it, and what does that mean? Adherence means taking the medication once a day as the doctor prescribed it. So if you don't take it, obviously if there's not enough of the medication in your system, it's not gonna be effective, right? So again, lack of education, lack of access to healthcare, and let's talk about it, stigma, right? Stigma is one of those reasons that people don't access healthcare, because it's gonna be the judgment, you know? Because stigma is something that we need to combat before we can end the HIV epidemic. Because, you know, I am so proud of my Haitian sister who can proudly say, I've been living with HIV for 32 years, and that's something that needs to become normalized, especially in our community. Because what's gonna happen? If the person is hiding it, they're not gonna take their medication, they're not gonna be undetectable, and what's gonna happen? They may transmit it to somebody else because they're hiding it. So again, stigma, decreasing stigma is a way to end HIV epidemic. So there's two other communities that we need to talk about. When it comes to women, Black women, people who look like myself, are 14 times greater chance of contracting HIV versus the white women. Does anybody know why? Or anybody can guess? No guesses? Exactly. Living conditions. A lot of the time that are Black males, Black women tend to not date outside their race compared to other communities. Also, there's a lot of men that are on the down low, right? What else? We're the caretakers, right? We put other people in our family before ourselves, before we go and get health care also. What else? Provider biases. I'll agree with that. I'll share my own personal story about provider bias. I remember one day I went to the doctor's office and I asked my doctor for an HIV test. So if I am preaching this, I need to practice what I preach, right? So primary care doctor does not routinely, again, don't assume that your primary care doctor is doing a routine HIV test for you, because that's not the case. So when I asked for an HIV test, it changed the whole workflow of the clinic visit. They were like, no, wait, you have to go to the doctor first, and then they have to put in the order. And even the doctor, he said something that was stigmatizing to me as well. He was like, well, you're having fun. That was his comment to me. So again, if I didn't work in this field, I wouldn't know to be able to stand up to the stigma, right? Because a lot of people may be embarrassed to ask their primary care doctor, right? So even when you go to your OBGYN, don't assume that the doctor is doing these exams. So the updated guidelines for prevention actually state that prevention is primary care. So believe it or not only do we have to educate the community, but we have to educate the clinicians as well. So these are all things that we need to discuss in order to, end the HIV epidemic. It's very important that, you guys, everybody is aware of that. And then when it comes to prevention, there's something called pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is before you get exposed to the virus, you can take either Truvada once a day, Descovy once a day, or the injectable called Apretude every 2 months. And then there's also something called post-exposure prophylaxis. Does anybody know what post-exposure prophylaxis, also known as PEP, does anybody know what that is? What is PEP? After. Say it again? After, right? So a lot of times people like to call it the birth control of HIV, right? That's the easiest way to understand what it means. The plan B of HIV. So what is plan B? Plan B is the morning after pill. So let's say a young lady has unprotected sex and she has a scare, she goes to Walgreens the next day and she gets a plan B, the morning after pill, and that prevents her from having a child, right? So the post-exposure prophylaxis is the same, it has to be within 72 hours. So post-exposure prophylaxis is actually an HIV treatment that you take for 28 days. It includes 2 medications. One of the names of the medications is called Tivicay, and the second agent is called Truvada. So you take these 2 medications together for 28 days, as long as you take this medication within 72 hours of the HIV exposure. If you take it later, it's not gonna work. The earlier, the better. If you can have the exposure and then you take it 2 hours after, that's the best route, okay? So you take that for 28 days, and that's gonna lead to HIV prevention. So I know there's a lot of people here that's in the field that knows what PEP and PrEP is, but I also wanna advocate that once someone finishes taking PEP, let's normalize transitioning them to pre-exposure prophylaxis right away, okay? We don't want this 5-6 times in a year of someone having a scare and taking post-exposure prophylaxis. That person really needs to be on PrEP. Of course, unless that person was raped or it was an incident that happened that was not in their control, then it would make sense that they just take the post-exposure prophylaxis without transitioning to the pre-exposure prophylaxis, right? So that means on day 25, that person needs to come and draw their labs so that they can get their prescription for the pre-exposure prophylaxis. So once they finish taking the prevention for the post-exposure prophylaxis, they can start the pre-exposure prophylaxis. So I think that's something else that's very, very important. And anybody who's a leader in their field needs to advocate for that and come up with workflows to make sure that transition happens quickly as possible. So in conclusion, I just want to remind you guys, today is World AIDS Day, the 35th year that we've been celebrating. And that the goal for this year is to remember the AIDS, HIV epidemic is still around, and remember, HIV is the virus, AIDS is when the CD4 count decreases to less than 200, and the person is not taking their meds, then they now have AIDS. And not only do you have to remember, but you have to commit, right? Commit to education. Commit to dispelling the myth, and remember, the community has the solutions to ending the HIV epidemic. So please allow the community to lead the prevention efforts. Thank you so much for your time, and that's all I have for you guys today. Does anybody have any questions since I'm up here? Comments?
You did good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cassandra Espera, for this very interesting presentation. And That was a series of education as well. So, my pleasure to have on stage again the organizer of the event, Ms. Emanuela Fleurio.
Thank you, Bolo. Before everything, I want to say thank you to God, because God made me go through a lot before I think about creating MJD. I moved to USA in August 30th, 2009. So I was like in med school, finished med school, and then emerged to USA. I never knew that coming to USA, if you don't go back to school or go through several tests, you cannot be a doctor. And then for me, when I was in med school, I live like 1.5 hours from my school. You know, student life never been easy. Sometimes I have to sit down at school the entire day from 5 a.m. to 10 or 11 p.m. and not even have money to pay the bus, we call it la guagua, to go home. So it was a lot of sacrifices for me, and then to become the person, like to have my title, and then when I come to US, I can't be a doctor here if I didn't pass my test. And then one thing that I was not around of people that can educate me to tell me, okay, if you don't do this, do that. I was very sad. I want to die. I want to do everything that possible to not live in this country, because I think that the country take my dream away from me. I have MJD. MJD is Marcel, Jounen, and Diane, and Imelda. Marcel was all three still my best friend. I can call those three people my best friend. Marcel, she's a woman of God. She's gonna pray with you until she can't. She has the key. As soon as she pick up her phone, she said, God, I need solution, and you will have it. Jounen, she's a businesswoman, spoil me in every decision. Imelda, she's there. If I have to cry, I have to cry with her. But I cannot cry with Jounen and Marcel. They don't take that from me. But Imelda, yes. So Jounen told me one day, Manu, why you don't create a business? I said, which business that I'm gonna create? Because I'm not a business person. After high school, I went to med school, and then I don't know nothing about business. She said, okay, I'm gonna help you. When I started MJD, it was inside of a Fat Kid store, variety store. C'était un petit côté yo tap van, cassette, video, that, you name it, you find it inside of Fat Kid variety store. And I start with Herbalife. Herbalife because I want to lose weight, but I was like, you know, as soon as you're in high school, there's several things that you have to go to school, to technical school. It's mandatory for certain family in DR. So I went to communication school, diplomatic, you name it, because I had time. I don't work. In Caribbean country, you don't work. You just go to school, go to church, and then you're done. But you have to bring good grades at home. And I was doing TV and radio here in Miami, but I don't feel like I'm welcome. I don't do what I love to do. Jounen said, listen, we're gonna open that shop. I'm gonna manage the shop for you. I said, how are you gonna manage the shop if you go into Haiti? She said, don't worry, I'm going, but I'm gonna come back. Just wait for me. For 1 month, I'm coming back. And Jounen knows that she will not come back to US. She made me, we spent like $2,000 to open that little shop. And then After 1 month, she said, Manu, no, wait for me, I'm coming. 3 months, she's still not coming. 6 months, I said, Joanne, I don't understand. If you don't come, I'm going to close that door right now. You know me. She said, Manu, I am coming. I cannot leave my business because she had a business in Haiti. I cannot leave them. I'm coming. And then, after, the three people, every single one of them, I can talk certain subject with them. Marcel said, et pour chita, pour gérer, qu'est-ce que tu as? Soit bien, on va payer marché. Ou c'est pour les gens qui finissent l'école, qui ne peuvent pas faire l'école. Elle est chita la petite fille. That's the way that she expressed herself. And then I sit. Now I start, Denny Wyatt, which is the owner of the little corner, the little store. He told me that, okay, what do you want, Manu? I said, listen, I want to be the woman that I was in DR because I am not that person. I don't feel like being in US because this is not for me. He said, what you used to do? I said, I was involved in many things. I was like, you name it, Manu's there because I love helping people. And then he said, you don't have to be scared. I'm going to help you. Then he called former Mayor Philippe Bien-Aimé and the actual mayor of North Miami, Alex Jounen. Those two take me on their shoulder, take MJD on the shoulder, to open Griffin Parks for me in 2015 to host my first health fair because I had a show that called Health and Wellness with Manu. And then a lot of people listen to my show, but they never had the chance to meet me because I never let myself, I never, meet people because I don't want to be in the US for nothing in the world. That little store, to make the story short, give me value to go back to school. I have a master in psychology for US, and now I'm doing a second master in business. And after that, now, from the one a health fair, a little health fair, just to meet my audience, just to do something simple. That day, we had Flick, I think Mary, she was there that day, the first day. We sent 10 people to Jackson Hospital. One of them come. She didn't have oxygen because she doesn't have insurance to go to the hospital. She was scared to go because she's illegal, no paper. But she said, I'd rather stay home than they send me back home. Another man, her blood sugar, you with a medical field, no blood sugar, 536, walking from home to the park. This is impossible. And I remember Mayor Bien-Aimé told me, former Mayor Bien-Aimé told me, listen, Manu, you see this, you're gonna continue. I'm sorry, you cannot go back. You have to stay because what you are doing are very important for our city. I said, Mayor, no, this is not me. I don't like being around people because I don't understand the language. I don't understand. And he said, you're gonna learn step by step. And then today, we have a free medical clinic, and we have a food pantry. And I have to say, thank you to God and thank you for my Haitian leaders, Philippe Bien-Aimé, Alex Jounen, and former Commissioner Jounen and Mayor Daniela Cava. They believe in the dream. They see the work that I am doing. I will never be able to do it if they was not there to support financially. I would like to thank the staff that behind this little money. It's not only me. I have Miss V, Noella, Miss Nina, Rachel. Rachel was there since 2016 when she was in high school. Now she's doing her master's degree. So MJD, we have Liz, the entire food bank team not here tonight because they had operation. So they cannot miss their operation since we're gonna close early. So they have to serve the community before they come here, but it's too late, they cannot make it. We have Dr. Dufresne, our medical director. We will never be able to do the work that we are doing without them. We was dreaming because we see like not everybody wants to go to a clinic, they have to dress, they have to do everything, but they don't want to come. And then I said, you know what? God, we need to go find those people. We need to go to their house, provide them the service, because healthcare not supposed to be for money. Healthcare is supposed to be accessible for every single person that come to this country, because this country is a great country. It gives us opportunity that we have to share what we have with the people who cannot have what we have. Amen. Thank you to Mattia West, Vernada, Marcel, TV Sai, Leo. Today, this year, we have our mobile clinic in construction. It's gonna be a trailer because we didn't have the money to buy a mobile one, but we have a mobile trailer that we gonna circulate in Miami-Dade County and maybe other county to provide free health care for the one who cannot afford it. So, MJD, we don't have a lot of money. The staff suffered a lot. But they don't get paid 2 months, they still have the same laugh on their face. They still welcome people the same way. It's not easy for us, no. But we love what we are doing. We put our faith on it, and then we are doing it. I work for Jackson Mental Health. After MJD, I have to do 12 hours at Jackson. Sometimes most of the time I don't sleep, especially I'm in school and then 2 jobs. I don't have time to sleep. But I know I'm doing it for a purpose. God will reward us one day. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming tonight. This is MJD's story, so we always in need for support and money. If someone want to help, we have Rachel there. Oh, right now, Rachel created a scholarship that's called Jounen Scholarship. That scholarship is for kids that doing community service hours in any nonprofit organization. But those two, they don't have money to go to school, so that scholarship can help those kids to, buy book or buy a laptop, whatever we can buy for them. So if one day you have a chance, you want to donate, please go to our website, donate, because we need your support so we can continue working. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Manu, for your story. And I feel being part of it too, because I actually went to school in DR, just like you. It has no price serving your community and representing your country. And this is what Manu has been doing for the past years. And she has been having a great staff behind her, as she actually told us. I believe we are done with this series of activities for tonight. I don't know if there is anyone else coming up on stage or if there is anything else after. But I'm thanking you all for, on the name of MJD, I'm thanking you all for coming, for supporting, for being part of this wonderful journey. I want to thank all the guests that actually came up on stage and tell the stories. Guys, as I told you at first, I'm so proud of you. And thank you for voicing for not only those who need you, but also those who actually are seeing you and not being able to do your job. You are inspiring all of them. Thank you so much. My name is Jean-Junior Boutin, your host for tonight. See you soon. I love you.
Only December 1st. Don't miss it. The Ultimate Day Party continues in Davie. Sunday, December 3rd. Join Margate Medical, Solo Entertainment, and Goodfellas Entertainment as they present It's Breeze, the Ultimate Day Brunch. Performing Class. Class will turn up at Breeze, the Ultimate Day Brunch. Sunday, December 3rd, starting at 3 p.m. Along with Settler. Settler is back. Sunday, December 3rd, starting at 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. inside the Germack Event Center, 4860 Griffin Road, Davie. With music by DJ Teddy Mix and DJ Kenall. Hosted by Kid Cool G. Food buffet serving starts at 4 p.m. When tickets are only $50. Tickets are on sale now at eventbrite.com. For info, call 754-971-9676 or call Big Mike at 305-763-5761. Breeze, the Ultimate Date Brunch.
Ali, what's good, man?
Ça va être là.
Berkeley Center, oui, man. 31 décembre, bro.
31 décembre.
Ah, mon chou, on est fort là, bro.
Tan. Allô?
Yo, what's up, boss, man?
Soit fait 31 décembre.
Une vidéo, ça gagne. Vous allez buy pour moi?
Compact Kingdom, in the Berkeley Center, man.
The one in New York, the big theater.
Ou pas capable là, man.
Bon, moi, le bac, bon, font coup de fil.
Régis, chérie, ça qu'a fait?
Attendez, ça gagne pour 31 décembre.
31 décembre, moi là, moi free. Marronné, non?
T'as envie ou nan Compact Kingdom nan 31 décembre, oui?
Bon, moi, le bac. Le 31 décembre. Ou free, pas vrai?
31 décembre, là, c'est ok, moi.
31 décembre, un gros événement qu'a fait dans New York City, dans Barclays Center.
You lying? Barclays Center?
Baki, ou pas capala?
Oh, ça va engager. T'as le bon. Richard, ça qu'a fait beau.
Ça qu'a fait là?
Même Joe, qui sont fait pour 31 décembre?
31?
31 décembre dans Barclays Center.
Barclays Center?
Compact Kingdom.
Yo, I'm down. Tell her. Siri, call Michael.
Which Michael?
Michael, vibe.
Calling Michael.
Ça qu'a fait là? Compact Kingdom, man.
What? Oui, sortez là.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. Compact Kingdom. Hey, yeah. Lux Hollywood is back with another one this December 3rd and every Sunday after. Join some of South Florida's elite from 8 p.m. with performances by Hours at Tubadoo. Yes, it's Hours at Tubadoo. Starting Sunday, December 3rd and every Sunday after inside of Lux Hollywood Restaurant and Lounge, 4525 Hollywood Boulevard. Come enjoy a good vibe. This and every Sunday night with Hours at Tubadoo. Halftime by DJ Paz, DJ Diego, and DJ Billy Mix. This Sunday, South Florida has a new location. Lux Hollywood Restaurant and Lounge with the best bottle specials, food, hookahs, and more. For info and VIP, call 305-519-4168. Sunday night at Lux Hollywood Restaurant and Lounge, starting December 3rd with Hours at Tubadoo. This December 3rd and every Sunday after.
Hollywood Live, 17 décembre, Christmas Show.
Mais show.
Et en live, Rochelle, Guillaume, Jim Rama.
Les Antilles se rejoignent en Floride. Direction 2333 Hollywood Boulevard.
Jim Rama, Rochelle, Guillaume, Halftime by DJ Nicky Mix and DJ Ednol.
Admission $50. Info Lights 786 560 0407 954 882 61 56.
Coach Kinol Production et Calico Production présente la 13e édition de Madagougou's Christmas Show avec le support de Cola, Couronne, Kiva, Carplus, Count Silman, Pierre, Franz Charles, WSRF 1580 AM, 99.5 FM, Radio Touchy Douce, Radio Télévision Caraïbes.
Dimanche 17 décembre 2023, Hollywood Live. Vive la 13e édition Christmas Show Madagougou's depuis 8h. Boule. En soirée, plaisir caillé à Hollywood. Alors, Merry Christmas.
Haïtien américain North Miami Beach levé campé. 5 décembre 1492, c'était découverte d'Haïti. Mais 5 décembre 2023, avec bulletin vote nous pral chouke youn nan nous ancien commissionnaire Paul Villa comme magistrat. Travail li te commencé au pral poursuivre. Programme pour jeunes, pour grandettes, programme pour ranger caille, roof, fenêtre, transportation gratis et latrier. Mardi 5 décembre, c'est tout service mort depuis au pas, opération CPMK, mobilisation pour chouke pour lolo magistrat, pape campé, citoyen North Miami Beach, Canal Progrès, c'est Paul Villa. C'est tout moun nan kay la pour voter sans manquer youn. Depuis jeudi a, voter absenti ballot et jou mardi 5 décembre nan, mot d'ordre là c'est fait colonne, voter ponche numéro 291. 291 on seul coup de clé, Paul Villa magistrat. Pas gen vote bonnet. Jou 5 décembre nan, c'est dans centre de vote Bola Kaywa pour aller voter.
Paul Villa, candidat pour magistrat dans North Miami Beach, et approuvé message.
Fait famille ou examen comme ça. Relais dans 1-809 34 04 40, jodi a même. Depuis 40 l'année, Cam fait la différence dans la façon nous servir tout client. Jodi a, est-ce que vous connaissez Cam, c'est celle compagnie qui livre manger tout patron en Haïti? 1 étoile, 3 étoiles, 5 étoiles, leur choisi produit alimentaire Cam pour famille ou choisi qualité. Pour plus d'informations, relais, allez sur site nous ou soit visiter bureau Cam qui est plus près là. Tout client camion dans USA, est-ce que vous connaissez l'application mobile Cam là disponible pour gratis dans App Store US là pour iPhone et dans Google Play Store là pour Android? Oui, téléchargez app là jodi à même et puis faites transfert l'argent dans toute destination camion rapide et facile. Pour plus d'informations, relais dans 1-800-934-0440. Allez sur camtransfer.com ou bien visitez bureau Cam qui est plus près là.
Dans affaire transfert l'argent, Cam Transfer, c'est numéro 1.
Lux Hollywood Present Christmas Eve Sunday December 24 avec Diapot. Pour la fête de Noël, qui dit mieux, viens danser, chanter avec Diapot. DJ Billy, DJ Diego, dimanche 24 décembre dans Lux Hollywood and Lounge, 4525 Hollywood Boulevard. Admission $35.
Information et réservation VIP.
305 519 41 68 954 589 13 87. Door open at 9 p.m. Dimanche 24 décembre, rendez-vous en scène dans Lux Hollywood avec Diapo, DJ Diego, DJ Billy. Nous pas fait à l'envers pour ne pas créer confusion. Alors on dit merci à Lux Hollywood Restaurant and Lounge pour ce beau cadeau de Noël.
Communauté haïtien tout partout. Mais une très bonne nouvelle nous porte pour vous. Easy TV, Cable TV service panouan, pi ouye, pi coupé. Vin avec un avantage barbe et moustache. Kounia c'est juste prendre un en service. Et puis wap joine boîte Easy TV à gratis ti chéri. Oui, j'entendais là, gratis. Sous réseau Easy TV wap joine plus passer 300 TV channel en direct. Vidéo ak movie on demand. Tout dernier movie qui fait sorti yo, movie haïtien africain plus en pile documentaire. N'a joine channel sport pour nous garder tout match football, basketball. N'a joine tout channel pays d'Haïti, la France, Canada, États-Unis, l'Afrique, nouvelle évangile et la trier. Tout ça en bon genre qualité high definition. Nous bail plus bon avantage passer tout l'autre qui service qui sous marché Easy TV avant n'a marché oui.
Pour téléphone non 786 277 1093 786 277 1093.
Stay entertained with Easy TV. Get your Amazon Fire Stick and Amazon TV box now. Over 400 channels from sports, the latest movies and videos, worldwide news, all the Haitian, Spanish, African, and French channels. And that's not all. Easy TV works on iPhones, iPads, and tablets. And also Fire Stick Cable Live TV. For more info, call 786-277-1093. Brought to you by Touche Deuce TV Network.
Voyage, voyage. Pour tout projet voyage, vacances, anniversaire, mariage, yon seule adresse, yon seul numéro, yon seule agence de voyage. Joujou Travel. Joujou Travel, 793 North East 125e Street, téléphone 786 991 92 88. Ou célébrer mariage ou voulez faire belle lune de miel, anniversaire mariage, ou ta remè al prendre yon détente en croisière à bord pi gros bateau qui existait avec boubout, madame, mari, zami ou bien en famille. Joujou Travel, c'est agence Paola. 786 991 92 88. À la belle sa belle, l'on couché sous la selle des dos. Wap relax et puis
teaching me how to speak Creole because my Creole was still Dominican. I was not Haitian enough, but he gives me, he showed me how to be confident. He speak Creole. I don't speak good Creole, but I'm DJ Paz. He's my brother, always by my side. Everything that I'm doing, his radio station, you see, it's alive. Paz, I think he's one of the person that I use the most and never pay him. Never. And always there for me. Paz, I am so sorry I didn't say it earlier, but thank you and I love you. Okay, Miss Nina, we want to tell you, Paz, I don't know how many gifts he has from MJD, but he never had an E-word. Yes, he never had it. You see, tonight we give it with 3. He's the 3rd one. He's the 4th one. It's one of our heroes. And then we have Tigana, but Tigana is not here. But Paz, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Swamp Breeze, the ultimate date brunch. The ultimate date party continues in Davie. Sunday, December 3rd. Join Margate Medical, Solo Entertainment, and Goodfellas Entertainment as they present It's Breeze, the ultimate day brunch. Performing Katz. Katz will turn up at Breeze, the ultimate day brunch. Sunday, December 3rd, starting at 3 p.m. Along with Sekla. Sekla is back. Sunday, December 3rd, starting at 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. inside the Germack Event Center, 4860 Griffin Road, Davie. With music by DJ Teddy Mix and DJ Kedal. Hosted by Kid Cool G. Food buffet serving starts at 4 p.m. With tickets are only $50. Tickets are on sale now at eventbrite.com. For info, call 754-971-9676 or call Big Mike at 305-763-5761. Breeze, the ultimate date brunch.
Join MJD Wellness and Community Center in association with South Florida AIDS Education and Training Center for the World AIDS Day Know Me Conference, as our mission is to eradicate AIDS and HIV and its effect on our community. Friday, December 1st at Katz Restaurant and Lounge from 4 to 8 p.m. 738 Northeast 125th Street with special guest speakers and performance from Live Session Band, sponsored by Mayor Alex Dezume and University of Miami. This December 1st. Don't miss it.
The ultimate date party continues in Davie. Sunday, December 3rd. Join Margate Medical, Solo Entertainment, and Goodfellas Entertainment as they present It's Breeze, the ultimate day brunch. Performing Katz. Katz will turn up at Breeze, the ultimate day brunch. Sunday, December 3rd, starting at 3 p.m. Along with Sekla. Sekla is back. Sunday, December 3rd, starting at 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. inside the Germack Event Center, 4860 Griffin Road, Davie. With music by DJ Teddy Mix and DJ Kedal. Hosted by Kid Cool G. Food buffet serving starts at 4 p.m. With tickets are only $50. Tickets are on sale now at eventbrite.com. For info, call 754-971-9676 or call Big Mike at 305-763-5761. Breeze, the ultimate date brunch.
Ali, what's good, man?
Ça va là?
Berkeley Center, oui, man. 31 décembre, gros.
31 décembre?
Ah, mon chou, on est fort là, bro.
Tan. Allô?
Yo, what's up, boss man?
Soit fait 31 décembre.
Vidouille, ça gagne. Vous going buy pour moi?
Compa Kingdom, in the Berkeley Center, man.
The one in New York, the big theater.
Ou pas capable là, man.
Bon, moi, le bac, bon, font coup de fil.
Régie chérie, ça qu'a fait?
Attendez, ça gagne pour 31 décembre.
31 décembre, moi là, moi free. Marronné, non?
M'ta envie ou nan Compa Kingdom nan 31 décembre.
Maman est au bac. Le 31 décembre. Ou free, pas vrai?
31 décembre là, ça gagne moins.
31 décembre, un gros événement qu'a fait dans New York City, dans Barclays Center.
You lying? Barclays Center?
Baki, ou pas capala?
Oh, ça va engager. T'as le bon. Richard, ça qu'a fait beau.
Ça qu'a fait là?
Même jour qui sont faits pour 31 décembre.
31?
31 décembre dans Barclays Center.
Barclays Center?
Compa Kingdom.
Yo, I'm down. Get Tala. Siri. Call Michael.
Which Michael?
Michael, vibe.
Calling Michael.
Ça qu'a fait là? Compa Kingdom, man.
What? Oui, sortez là. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Compa Kingdom. Hey, yeah. Lux Hollywood is back with another one this December 3rd and every Sunday after. Join some of South Florida's elite from 8 p.m. with performances by Owls at Tubadoo. Yes, it's Owls at Tubadoo. Starting Sunday, December 3rd and every Sunday after inside of Lux Hollywood Restaurant and Lounge, 4525 Hollywood Boulevard. Come enjoy a good vibe. This and every Sunday night with Hours at Tubadu. Halftime by DJ Paz, DJ Diego, and DJ Billy Mix. This Sunday, South Florida has a new location, Lux Hollywood Restaurant and Lounge, with the best bottle specials, food, hookahs, and more. For info and VIP, call 305-519-4168. Sunday night at Lux Hollywood Restaurant and Lounge, starting December 3rd with Hours at Tubadu. This December 3rd and every Sunday after.
Hollywood Live, 17 décembre, Christmas Show.
Mais show.
Et en live, Rochelle, Guillaume, Jim Rama.
Les Antilles se rejoignent en Floride, direction 2333 Hollywood Boulevard.
Jim Rama, Rochelle, Guillaume, Halftime by DJ Nicky Mix and DJ Ednol.
Admission $50. Info Lights 786 560 0407 954 882 61 56.
Coach Kinol Production et Calico Production présente la 13e édition de Madame Gougou's Christmas Show avec le support de Cola, Couronne, Kiva, Carplus, Councilman, Pierre, Franck, Charles, WSRF 1581M, 99.5 FM, Radio Touchy Douce, Radio Télévision Caraïbe.
Dimanche 17 décembre 2023, Hollywood Live. Vive la 13e édition Christmas Show, Madame Gougou's depuis 8h. Boule. En soirée, plaisir gagner dans Hollywood. Alors, Merry Christmas!
Haïtien américain North Miami Beach levé campé. 5 décembre 1492 c'était découverte d'Haïti. Mais 5 décembre 2023 avec bulletin vote nous pral chouke youn nan nous ancien commissionnaire Paul Villa comme magistrat. Travail était commencé au pral rap poursuivre. Programme pour jeunes yo, pour grandettes yo, programme pour ranger caille, roof, fenêtre, transportation gratis et la trier. Mardi 5 décembre, c'est tout civis mort depuis au pas opération CPMK. Mobilisation pour chouke pour Lolo magistrat Pape Campé, citoyen North Miami Beach, Canal Progrès, c'est Paul Villa. C'est tout le monde qui a pour voter sans manquer youn. Depuis jeudi, voter absenti ballot et jou mardi 5 décembre nan, mot d'ordre là c'est fait colonne, voter ponche numéro 291. 291 un seul coup de clé, Paul Villa magistrat. Pas gain vote bonnet. Jou 5 décembre nan, c'est dans centre de vote Bola Kaiwa pour aller voter.
Paul Villa, candidat pour magistrat dans North Miami Beach, il a approuvé message.
Fait famille ou examen au comme ça. Relais dans 1-809 34 04 40, jeudi à même. Depuis 40 l'année.
Thank you for inviting us this event. Thank you, Rachel, to contact us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The Dancing World Revival. Your quality. Thank you, Mr.
Before the sun, I know. Ain't been
Thank you so much. Somebody speaking Spanish here, no? ¿Quién? Somebody is Latino? No Latino aquí. You wanna dance? Okay, what music you dance? Lo que sea. You wanna dance right now? Is we play reggaeton or something like that, you play? No reggaeton. Reggae music? Salsa? ¿Ah? Salsa. Bailan salsa. You dance in salsa. Okay. Oh, bachata. You dance in bachata. Oh, okay. Let me check my list. Rachel say, hey, play classic music. Do you like to play the classic music? We play. Do you like it? Yes. And Latin rock music? Classic? Okay. Okay, we're gonna play Spanish music. We hope you like this music, okay? Thank you.
Tengo la camisa negra, hoy mi amor está de luto. Hoy tengo en el alma una pena y es por culpa de tu embrujo. Yo sé que tú ya no me quieres y eso es la que más me hiere. Yo tengo la camisa negra y no la corre. Tal parece que solo me quieres. Fue pura todita tu mentira, que maldita mala suerte la mía. Y aquel día te encontré. Tengo la camisa negra, porque negra tengo el alma. Yo por ti perdí la cama y casi pierdo hasta mi cama. Cama, 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 baby, te digo con disimulo. Yo tengo la camisa negra y debajo tengo el difunto. Y yo con la camisa negra y debajo de mi vestido. Tal parece que eso me quedó. Todita tu mentira, que maldita, mala suerte la mía. Y aquel día te encontré por beber del veneno. Malevo de tu adiós, yo quedé moribundo y lleno de dolor. Respiré de ese humo amargo de tu adiós. Y desde que tú te fuiste, yo solo tengo la camisa negra, porque negra tengo el alma. Yo por ti perdí la calma y casi pierdo hasta mi cama. Cama, 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 baby, te digo con disimulo que tengo la camisa negra y debajo tengo el difundo. Tengo la camisa negra porque negra tengo el alma. Yo por ti perdí la calma y casi pierdo hasta mi cama. Cama, 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 baby, te digo con disimulo que tengo la camisa negra y debajo tengo el difundo.
Me quieren agitar, me citan a gritar. Soy como la roca, palabras no me tocan. Adentro hay un volcán que pronto va a estallar. Yo quiero estar tranquilo. Es mi situación, una desolación. Soy como un lamento boliviano que un día empezó y no va a terminar. Ya nadie hace daño. Hoy estoy aquí, borracho y loco, y mi corazón idiota siempre brillará. Y yo te amaré por siempre. Nena, no te pegues en la cama, que los días grandes se van a abrazar. Yeah.
This is Yasser Silva on the guitar. Thank you. From Nicaragua. Do you know Nicaragua? No? Anybody here knows Nicaragua? We have the Miss Universe this year. Yes. Do you know? Do you know that? I love her. Thank you. Black Magic Woman. Oh, did you hear that? Thank you. We're gonna play Carlos Santana band. We can play the 3 or 4 songs for Santana. Carlos Santana. Do you know Carlos Santana? Okay. Please welcome Yasser Silva on the guitar for Santana Music. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna play 3 songs from Santana band. Thank you.
baby. Turn your back on me, baby. Yes, turn your back on me, baby. I'll be on the street. Yes, turn your back on me, baby. This man belongs to me. Hola.